Hi friends, welcome to my channel. A very warm welcome to all the new subscribers and all the returning ones. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your love and support for me. So today we are going to do this beautiful pillow cover with a flap over here, and we'll attach the buttons, and I'll show you how to make the flap here, and so that it can be easily removed and you can wash it, okay, whenever you need. So this is how it is easily removed, and you don't need to make extra spaces for the buttons to go. It will be used in the granny stitch, the spaces, okay, and you can easily insert your pillow over there and close it with the closure. Okay, so for making this, let me get it close. Okay, so for making this granny square, I use this yarn. Okay, it's a DK yarn, 3 weight category. Okay, so you can use any weight category yarn as long as you follow the pattern and the measurement. Okay, so this is my yarn which I use. So you'll need some buttons as per the hole. This is just 1-inch button. Okay, you can take whichever you like. You'll need some stitch markers, very important. We are going to use a lot of stitch markers. I mean to say, a lot of time we are going to use our stitch markers here. Okay, tapestry needle, scissor, measuring tape for measuring our pillow, okay, and our granny squares also. Now for making this, I used 5 mm hook, a bigger hook, so that I get a loose and nice fit. Okay, now you can use any hook which you like according to your yarn. Okay, now whichever it is recommended, you can use that. You can go one size bigger if you want a looser fit. Okay, so it's totally up to you. You decide your hook size. Okay, so for making this, you just need to get 2 granny squares, okay, that measures your pillow nicely. Okay, so we'll get to that in just a moment. So with all these things ready, let's get started. Okay, so for getting started, you will need granny squares. You can take any granny square, whichever you like. Okay, you just take simple granny square, and you're going to measure your pillow, whichever pillow you have. It should be over here. Okay, in this way you should cover your pillow. So my granny square is 12 by 12 inches, and I did 13 rows with the yarn and the hook. Okay, so you will need 2 of this granny square. So I have done one, and I will do the next one, and I'll be here, and then we'll start making the flap. Now for this granny square, I didn't keep chain 1 spaces in between. Now you can do that too, or if you want to keep chain 1 spaces, it's all good. Okay, so it's not a problem. Only whatever things you have to do when you have chain 1 space in middle, I will tell you in the video as we go with the pattern. Okay, where you have to be careful for the chain 1 spaces and where not. If you're doing the granny square without the chain 1 space, you are just going to follow exactly how I do. Okay, so this is how you're going to do the edge of the pillow cover here. Your granny square should be covering it nicely. Okay, this pillow is handmade. I made it myself. Okay, so you can do that too. So get your granny squares and we'll start getting our pillow cover ready. Okay, so when you have your two squares exactly the same ready, okay, then we are going to start with first square. We are going to take one square which you have not cut the yarn. Okay, one you will cut the yarn, okay, one without cutting the yarn. So here is the corner. So we are going to work now only this corner to this corner. Okay, so we'll say corner number 1 to corner number 2 for the flap for the pillow cover. Okay, so here I have reached in the middle of the corner as usual, and I'm going to chain 3. Okay, as we usually start our row. So I'm going to do my 2 double crochet in that. That's how we do the first set of 3 double crochet. Okay, and then we chain 2 and we put another set of 3 double crochet for the corner, but here we are not going to do. I'm just going to go directly in the next space. Now if you have chain 1 between the spaces, you're going to chain 1 and then go to this space, but I haven't chained 1 between the spaces, so I will go directly into the space and put 3 double crochet in that. 1, 2 and 3. That's the granny stitch. Okay, so at the corner we have just one set, okay, not the 2, and then I will just go to the next and continue till I reach the corner number 2 over here. Okay, so when you reach at the corner, you're just going to put 3 double crochet in there. Okay, just the one set of the corner. Okay, then we are going to chain 3. Now chain 3 if you haven't done a chain one space in here, but chain 4 if you have put a chain space in between. Okay, I'm going to chain 3 because I haven't done any chain 1 space. Turn my work now, so we are working back and forth here, and then go in the space and put my 3 double crochet in that. Okay, then go directly and put my next granny stitch in the next space. Now if you have doing chain 1 space, remember you will do chain 1 between the 2 granny stitch. Okay, now here I have done my last 3 double crochet in the space. Now what I'm going to do here is the chain 3 which we did at the start. On top of that chain 3 here, I'm just going to put a double crochet. But if you have chain 1 space, you will chain 1 and then put a double crochet, but I don't, so I will just go directly in the double crochet chain 3 on the third chain and on top of the third on top of this chain 3 in the third chain, I'll just put a double crochet. That's all. Okay, now before we go any further, let me show you the magic of stitch markers, how they help us very much. So grab some stitch markers. Okay, so first stitch marker I will put at the corner where we started our flap to know that this is where exactly I started. Okay, and it is easy for me to count. Okay, now after the granny square where it ended, the first row which we did is the base row. Okay, and the second row just now which we finished is the first row of repeat. This is the first row of repeat. Okay, and we are going to do another row, the second row of repeat. Okay, and then you will know that how you have to just go forward, which are the rows you have to repeat. Okay, so we have done the first row of repeat where we chain 3 and put our granny stitch in the spaces, and at the last we put a double crochet on top of the chain 3. Okay, now next we are going to chain 3 to start, turn our work. Okay, now in the first space which you get here, okay, you are going to put 2 double crochet. So that completes the first set of granny stitch here. So now I'm going to mark that. I'll take a different color as my second row of repeat. Okay, so in the second row of repeat you always start with chain 3, whether you have a chain 1 space or not. You're going to always start with chain 3 and put 2 double crochet in the first space you get. Okay, and then go to the next space. If you have chain 1 in between, just put the chain 1 and go into the next space and continue putting 3 double crochet in each space till you reach the end. Okay, continue and I will see you over there. So here I've reached at the end. Okay, and now we have this space. So what you're going to do, you're going to put 2 double crochet in this space first. Okay, and in the third chain you're going to make a double crochet. Okay, in the third chain you're going to make a double crochet. That completes our set, and it is exactly the same how we started. Okay, now we are going to repeat this row first. Okay, where we have marked here row 1, we are going to repeat. So in the row 1 we started with chain 3. If you have not chain 1 in the spaces, if you have chain 1 in the spaces, you will start with chain 4. So here we go, we start with chain 3, turn our work, we do exactly the same and go into the first space and put our granny stitch till we reach the end. Okay, now so here what you're going to do, you're going to just repeat row 1 and row 2 exactly the same till you get enough of the flap. Okay, so here is the corner, so here it will be folded in this way. So you're just going to fold and see how long you need. So in the length you need, that many rows you're going to do, maybe 5, 6 or more than. It depends how big the flap you want. Okay, so I'm just going to continue repeating row 1 and row 2 till I get enough of the flap. Okay, and I will tell you how many rows we did, and then we'll do the next part. So just go ahead and continue putting, okay, row 1 and row 2, okay, till you have enough of the flap. So continue, and I'll see you soon. And if you have any questions regarding this, please do write it down in the comment section, okay? And I will surely answer them. Okay, so here I finished my working my rows back and forth, and from this is the corner, so I have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. I have 9 rows in total. Okay, so we just repeated row 1 and row 2 again. So what we are going to do here, this is the right side. Okay, you're going to take the other panel now. Okay, and you're going to put both the wrong side together. So this is the wrong side, this one. Now you can decide whichever side you want. So I'm just placing the squares in this way here. Okay, so this is how we are going to do, and this is the flap here. Okay, so you decide how big you want. You can go more even if you would like, but this much is enough for me. So now this is what we are going to do. Okay. So I'm going to chain 1. So after the chain 1, now we are working the side of the flap. Okay, this side. So this is how we are going to go around all about. So here, after the chain 1, once you finish this side, chain 1. Now at the side we are going to put 2 single crochet, 1 and 2. Now I'm going to mark my first single crochet here to let me know that this is where I started. Okay, now we have here this space. You'll have in that you're going to put 2 single crochet, then you'll have a double crochet, you'll go and put 2 single crochet. So here each side you're just going to put 2 single crochet in the space and in the double crochet, just 2 single crochet. We are working single crochet now. Okay, so just work single crochet here. Now I don't need this stitch marker here, just put single crochet here, then single crochet in this last row. Okay, now we finish from top to the side. Okay, now we have reached the corner, so this is marked as a corner. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the other granny square, place it where the corner is. Okay, now I can remove my stitch marker here. Okay, now I have these 2 corners joined together. Okay, now in the corner I will just go and put 2 single crochet, 1 and 2. Okay, just 2 single crochet for the corner, and now we are just going to match each and every stitch from both the side. So first double crochet here, on top of that just grab the stitch, then the double crochet from the other side, grab the stitch and single crochet. Okay, next grab the stitch from one side and the other side and single crochet. So in this way we are just putting single crochet. Now when you reach in the chain 1 space, if you have your chain 1 in the space, you will go in that and make a single crochet. But for me here I don't have chain 1 space, I didn't put chain 1, so I will just single crochet in the stitches on top of the double crochet. Each of the double crochet I'm just putting a single crochet, and in this way we are joining both the granny square. Okay, so I will continue till I reach the corner here. Okay, we are working on the one side. Okay, so just make single crochet, reach at the corner, and I'll see you there, and we'll do the corner part together. So here I have reached the corner. I have the corners. So in the corner we are going to put 2 single crochet, chain 2, 2 single crochet. Okay, for the corner we did 2 single crochet, chain 2, 2 single crochet. Okay, and now we are going to move the bottom side. Okay, and we'll have one more corner here to repeat what we did here. Okay, so you're going to now work your single crochet till you reach the other corner, and you're just going to do the same which we did here for this corner. Okay, and then you're going to move up here till you reach at this corner. So you work your way here, put the corner just what we did just now, then work your way till you reach at this corner where you have your second stitch marker. Okay, and I will see you over there. So here I have reached at the corner, last corner here. I'll remove my stitch marker. Okay, now in the corner we will put 2 single crochet, 1 and 2, and then we have this double crochet here. We add this side of the flap, okay, the raw side of the flap. So in that 2 single crochet, that chain 3 space, in that 2 single crochet, and when we are in the double crochet here, also 2 single crochet, 2 single crochet at the end of each row. Okay, just 2 single crochet. Now we are here, this is the last row, 2 single crochet in that. Okay, and 1 more single crochet for turning. Okay, and then we go in this 2 double crochet which is there. So 1 double crochet is worked, and in this 2 double crochet we put 1 single crochet each. So this corner has 3 single crochet. Okay, it has 3 single crochet, and then we go and work our way here, 1 single crochet in each till we reach the stitch marker. Okay, now if you have chain 1 space in between, you're going to put 1 single crochet in the chain 1 space also. Okay, okay, so here I reached at the end, and I have this 2 double crochet. I put 2 single crochet on top of that. Now here is our start point. Okay, and we did 2 single crochet at the start, so I'm just going to put 1 single crochet in that is for the turning, and then slip stitch and join in the first single crochet. Okay, just like that, chain 1, pull the yarn high, snip, and done. That's the corner. So we have the two corners here. Okay, we have the pocket for the pillow to go, and this is the flap. Now let's sew the seam tail first. So you can sew it inside here in the single crochet row which you did. Just go 1-2 times. Snip the excess and done. Okay, now the last thing we have is the beautiful buttons. So here are the buttons. I'm going to use them in this way. Okay, so you can use however you like. Just space them wherever you want. So just space them where the chain one space which you have in that, so that they will pass easily through that. Okay, so just space them and see where you need your buttons, and you get sewing with your needle and thread. Okay, so I'm spacing them here. Okay, so this is how it will be. So I'm just going to sew them one by one. I think they will have big enough hole. If you have small hole, you take the needle and thread. I think, let me try. Just, oh, it will go nicely. So I just need little yarn, make a slip knot. Okay, so this is here. So I'm going to put a stitch marker here. I need to know where my buttons will be. Okay, see that they're in one line. And now let's get sewing. So I'll just go from here. Stop where the slip knot is. Go from here, the other side. Okay, just grab this. Slip knot should be inside. This way. Okay. And then tighten it right there. Just go one more time. Make sure you go in the stitches, okay? and then just put a knot it nice and tight, and then you can weave this tail in the stitches all the side. Okay, even if they come out while washing, you can attach them again. Okay, so this is how you're going to attach all the rest remaining. Okay, so here I have sewn the buttons, I weaved in the ends. Okay, yeah, now we'll put the pillow. Insert the pillow here, and you can just close the flap, and here I was saying in the spaces you can just put your buttons. Okay, and done. So isn't that beautiful? You can take a matching pillow which has the matching color, so I had only that with me, but it looks nice. Okay, you can see that how beautiful it is, right? The buttons are so beautiful, and you can easily remove and wash it. Okay, I know. So I hope you enjoyed making this beautiful pillow cover for our pillows, and I hope you have fun. So I'll see you in our next video with something new and something fun. So don't forget to subscribe, okay? So bye bye.